Aggressive debt collectors. If you have a phone, you've probably heard from them, whether you have a debt or not.
One West Michigan woman got so frustrated, she kept a collector's voicemail message and turned to us for help. Target 8 investigator Henry Erb finds out what you can do to protect yourself when collectors just won't quit.
They would call me during the day, they'd call me at supper, they'd call me at night, they'd call me in the morning.
Target 8 investigators have heard a lot of complaints about calls from debt collectors.
I'm calling in regards to allegations that are being filed out of my office attached to your Social Security number.
Diane Muir's complaint was different. It came with a voicemail message from a debt collector. She saved it and gave it to us.
The words that they're speaking sound legal.
At this point in time, you are a person of interest.
Person of interest? Isn't that the kind of language the police use?
If I do not hear back from yourself or some type of representing counsel, I will have no choice but to file this out as willful evasion and proceed in favor of my client.
There was a lot of official sounding language, and people have been using that for many years.
The Better Business Bureau's Phil Catlett considers that a kind of sales technique. In this case, they're selling fear because it sounds like some sort of authority is about to rain legal terror down on whoever gets the message.
Thank you, and please govern yourself accordingly.
How does one govern oneself accordingly?
Some of the stuff the guy said gave us a laugh as we listened to it in the Better Business Bureau office, but you may not be laughing when it lands in your voicemail box.
I got scared because I thought, oh my gosh, I had a debt that I owed in collections and that has since been paid. And I thought, oh my gosh, maybe there's something out there I wasn't aware of.
They were implying that some sort of legal action might be taken against them if they did not respond and govern their actions accordingly. And that is a direct violation of the laws unless they truly do have something in order to file legal action with.
Diane Muir has been getting calls since last August and nobody's sued her. We don't know if the calls were really about a debt that she owes or whether collectors were calling other Diane Muirs too, trolling for anyone who would pay. We do know that people all over the country have been getting the same apparently scripted message, according to online posts.
And I said, who do I owe this money to? And they came up with some name of somebody that I don't even recognize.
Still, Diane is worried.
I was trying to scramble and find $250, which I didn't have.
She did not ask the company to send her evidence of the debt, but under federal law she could have. Everyone can if they do it within 30 days of the first collection call.
These collection companies need to give you the documentation, they need to treat you with respect, and they need to provide you every bit of information you need to understand that you might owe it or you might not.
The law says bill collectors can't lie or bully you. They can't threaten to sue unless they really plan to. You can even tell them in writing to stop calling you. But people complained to the Better Business Bureau that a Florida company kept calling anyway. Gregory Adams Associates is also the debt collector calling Diane Muir in Kentwood. People also complained that the company's callers were rude and threatening. The company told the BBB it monitors calls to keep its employees professional and says it has fired and reprimanded some for violations. Target 8 investigators had a page full of questions that we faxed to the company a week ago, but still no reply. We did find that the company's CEO should know firsthand about what it's like to be chased by debt collectors. A couple of banks sued him for bad debts, and he's now paying off a personal bankruptcy. Meanwhile, in Kentwood, Diane Muir says her experience has left her
very, very angry, very angry.
But if you want to turn your anger into action, one place you can go is the Federal Trade Commission website, where you can make a complaint or check on the record of a debt collection company or find out what your rights are. We have a link at woodtv.com. The Federal Trade Commission, which says it's protecting America's consumers, in the last year got $35 million worth of judgments against 6 people and 3 debt collection companies for bad practices. That included threatening people's pets if they didn't pay up. They also went after 3 companies which were trying to scam money from people over debts that didn't even exist. In Kent County, I'm Target 8 investigator Henry Erb.